It was standing room only for many participants on day 2 of Green Week as the serious discussions and debates got underway. This session looked at how Europe's emissions trading scheme will develop in the future.
Up until 2020, the whole cap will go down so substantially that, if you're taking longer-term decisions, you better take this into account. And it will go on after 2020 with more substantial CO2 cuts.
Elsewhere, participants asked if a green business revolution can pull the world out of recession.
We can use this time frame where we are in a crisis, and we cannot deny that we are not in a crisis, to make sure that we keep the focus on the longer term and really generate those products that in the long term will make a substantial difference in our future.
Europe should be investing a lot more of its stimulus package in supporting the renewable energy industry, efficiency in households and efficiency in small business in particular. At the moment, most of the stimulus package is going into building roads and into supporting the car industry without any environmental conditionality.
Another session stressed the need to consider biodiversity and natural habitats when trying to tackle climate change.
Climate change will impact on natural ecosystems, but there are a number of ways in which we can perhaps try and adapt to climate change and use ecosystems to help us to adapt to some of the effects of climate change.
Emissions trading was also discussed in a debate on how we should prepare for a new auction system of carbon credits.
We're talking about a massive change in the system here, and we want something that's efficient, quick and very simple so that the business community can use it.
The debate on greening our economy, meanwhile, looked at the need to radically review the way we think about economic growth.
Growth of the kind we've become accustomed to is not possible over the long term. We've got problems with the sources of materials and energy, problems with where we put the waste materials, and we're undermining the capacity of the biosphere to provide us with services.
This session on the role of the EU, the US and China looked at the need for an international response to climate change.
China's role in climate change is very clear. I think we do need to take responsibility. However, we do feel that developed countries can, and developing countries should work very hard towards the emission reduction.
But it wasn't all hard work. Some participants found time to visit Vegetal City, an exhibition looking at the relationship between humans and the natural environment.